नमस्कार हिमालय टेलिभिजन हेरेर बसिरहनुभएका सम्पूर्ण दर्शकलाई स्वागत छ कार्यक्रम समय सन्दर्भमा म हुँ झरना राई आज we're going to talk about a motorcycle which is one of its kind and it's called iconic, the legendary, the name itself. Yes, we're talking about the JAWA bike, and for that I have special guest all the way from India, from Classic Legends, the company behind the revival of the JAWA itself. Yes, I have the co-founder of Classic Legends, Mr. Anupam Thareja. Please help me welcome him. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing?
I'm very well.
I hope you're enjoying your stay here in Nepal.
Yes, I am, and thank you for having me in your country. It's a beautiful country, and most importantly, with beautiful people. I've seen everybody have this lovely smile on their face, a satisfied smile. So thank you for having me over.
Good to hear that. If I can ask, what is the purpose of coming here in Nepal at this time?
So I always wanted to come here and launch the bike, but unfortunately the pandemic happened. COVID disrupted all the plans. And a few days back, a few of my friends, they were coming here for the base camp trek, and they said, they put my name there, and I was like, no, I don't have time, I can't come. And then I realized that I have my team to meet here, Cabby to meet here, who's our distributor, cabinet. I want to meet the people, I want to see my buyers. We have sold, despite COVID, we have sold a very nice number of motorcycles here. Almost close to 1,000 motorcycles. So I was surprised, and I wanted to see what are my customers saying, what are they feeling. And of course I'm trekking to
Lomanthan, I guess.
Going to the base camp, Lukla tomorrow, then Namche Bazaar, and then going to the base camp.
I heard that you recently went to many places of Nepal, like you recently went to Nagarkot, I think.
Nagarkot.
So how was the ride? How was the place?
So when I landed here, my team had a lot of options. And I said, no, I would like to ride with my customers and my team. And they were very nice. At a 24-hour notice, we got almost 20 bikes with brand ambassadors, ad people. So yeah, it was lovely. I rode in the morning, early morning to Nagarkot. What a lovely country again. And I just came back. So I'm sorry the way I'm looking. It's all dirty and
perfectly fine.
Thank you. So yes, a lovely country, and we had a lovely ride.
Okay, now let's move on to the brand itself. It's known as the most iconic, the legendary, all these terms, the ribbon, all these terms. I know there's a story behind it. Can you explain the piece of history that comes with the brand?
And that's a very interesting question, and the history is so beautiful and so long that we'll be sitting and having dinner if I tell you the full thing. So let me tell you
in short.
In short. See, firstly, I don't think so. We own the brand, or we are co-founders. Actually, this brand owns us. There are some things. This brand is over 100 years old. In Czechoslovakia, it was the Czechoslovakia brand.
After the First World War, I guess.
Yes. And then the World War happened. This country was also taken over, and the factory was shut down. It restarted after World War II, and then the split happened between Czech and Slovakia. So today it's Czech Republic. And then communism came, and the factories were nationalized. So JAWA, which was owned by somebody, then owned by the state, then owned by nobody. So I don't think so we can say we own it. We are lucky enough that we were able to launch a product behind this brand. So if you ask me, I am a very left-minded person. I run private equity funds, I do investments. As a living, I buy companies, I turn them around and I sell. So if anybody says, which business you should not get into, one of the first answers will be two-wheelers. Don't get into two-wheelers. Everybody's there. It's crowded, right? You have global players, Japanese, Europeans, Americans, of course,
Tough
Indians.
market, competition.
It's a tough competition, and there is movement to electric that's happening. So too much happening. Why would you want to risk getting into a market like this? So I didn't think so. We got into motorcycles. We got into motorcycling. We got into a lifestyle. So this is lifestyle. When you look at it, each curve, the beauty with love and the passion with which we made this brand, the product. So we got into lifestyle, and fashion never goes out of fashion, right?
Yes.
So this is for us a way to get these younger people back on their motorcycles, make them love their product, live a life, which means make friends, form a community, listen to music. So this whole thing comes with music, lifestyle, accessories, rides, community. And I think not every brand can do it. Very few brands can do it. And JAWA can, and that's why it's legendary. So you ask legendary, yes it is. Legendary because it evokes a lot of nostalgia, a lot of love. And I hope we have done a reasonable job to do justice to such a beautiful brand.
There are more communities, you know that, Royal Enfield. So what do you call it, rival, or what's the connection between Enfield? And then most of the people compare this bike, JAWA, to Royal Enfield. So what's your take on this?
So firstly, yes, I was a part of that revival also.
Yeah, of course.
So I call that my first love, and this is my forever love. So, but I don't think so we need to compete. I think the world needs beautiful classic motorcycles and revival of riding culture. Revival of these beautiful machines which give you pleasure of body, mind and soul. I think we can expand the market. How are we different? What we did, because we have come so late into the market, our technology is way ahead. We did not have a legacy to take care of. So the technology is beautiful. It's a liquid cooled engine, lovely torque, designed with global designers in Italy, UK, Austria, and of course India. So yeah, we had some advantages. When you, sometimes they say it's very difficult to repair a house, but it's very easy to make a new house, right? You can make it very beautiful. So I think we have done justice. So we will create and expand community of bikers. And I think this brand will live up to it.
Since you were there in the Royal Enfield, that's why I asked you this question. Now let's come to your own journey. As far as I know you, I've read about you. You've like spent your half of years in banking sector, if I'm right.
Yes.
And then you later shifted to the world of automobiles, especially two-wheelers. So how was that? What was the thought process? How did that happen?
So firstly, I'm still in the financial sector. I run a private equity fund also. But you're right. One fine day, you realize, so I was on the Wall Street in global bulge bracket firms, big banks, as a managing director. I was the youngest MD in one of the banks, young. And then you realize that what are you doing? There is a heart, there are passions. So one fine day, I just went ahead and started. I said, if I have to turn around something, then my first project should be something which I love. Yes, I was lucky that we had a lot of bikes when I was growing up. I had passionate uncles. My grandfather had a BSA. And in those good times, you had to buy the bike from the army and then recondition it. So I used to recondition the bikes even. So I think I learned riding before I could walk properly. So I've been riding and making motorcycles since I was very young. And then I had an opportunity to have two great friends in Anand Mahindra and Baman Irani. One owned the legendary Yazdi, and Anand I think understands brands better than anybody else. and he understands how to revive companies. So it was a good combination. As I say, sometimes stars align, right? It's called pronoia. When the universe conspires in your favor and makes you do things which gives both happiness to you and to the people who use the product. So, and the love I got from the people after making this bike. So yes, I'm thankful.
Okay.
A lot of gratitude.
So JAWA, I think it was introduced in Nepal back in 2020. So
Yes.
it's been a year. So how's the response? What kind of response are you receiving from Nepalese customers, especially?
I rode with some of them. They were delighted. We have had very good reviews. I was so happy that when I meet people, they know the brand.
Yeah.
And when they talk about it, they talk about a lot of love. That topaz colored bike, that maroon colored bike, Perak is beautiful. The youngsters are loving the 42.
42 because array of colors there.
Array of colors, pastel colors. And 42 is a name after a very famous Douglas Adams book. And there, so it's a lovely journey. 42 is when you understand the meaning of life. So hopefully we can get these young people who are loving this enjoy life with our products.
Okay, rather than bike, it's more important riding the bike.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
It's love. It's about riding.
Okay. How is the market like? It's over there in India. It's a large market. So what is the differences between the market over there and here? So what did you find?
See, one, I think this is a riding territory. This country is made for riding. I mean, look around you. There's great mountains, great trails. So there are certain kind of bikes which are into motorcycling or which are into riding or which lend into a riding culture will do well here. Two, I think Nepalese people love riding.
Of course they love.
I just was so surprised. I asked them what are the top 4 or 5 things. So actually they said sports, riding, music and drinking. So
Of course.
so your clubs, I believe, are hopefully I will be able to visit one of them. But riding was a very integral part of a young conversation. So I was talking to all these young bloggers in the morning, and riding kept on coming out that we love to ride. For a person like me, that's music, right? You know, we will all sell. Months more, some months less. Some products will do good, some will not do so good. That's a part and parcel of a corporate journey. What we love is when your customer look at you and say, I love riding and I love your bike. Right? That makes it all worthwhile. I think companies are many. So hopefully we'll make a difference in people's life with this product.
So it's just been a year. So what are the future plans? Do you see future here in Nepali market or not?
Of
What are
course.
your market strategies?
Why would you even ask a question? Riding is a part of your culture. We have 2 new products, 2 new brands coming in. Yazdi, I'm wearing a Yazdi t-shirt,
Okay.
and BSA. And we have decided that Nepal will be a simultaneous launch to India. In fact, BSA might even come to Nepal before India. So absolutely, this is numbers wise it may be small compared to some markets or some states of India, but you know, remember Nepal was the fashion capital of the world, right?
Yes.
In this region, what fashionable you guys love things of beauty and good design, and we are a design led company, right?
Of course.
So if we can, for me this is a validation. If Nepalese people accept my motorcycles, it's a validation that these are beautiful products. So firstly, thank you very much for having us over here, and yes, that this is an important market and we will launch all our products here.
So as a passionate bike lover and yourself a rider, how do you define JAWA? Just JAWA. Your point of view.
So one of the lines is we used to call it just JAWA. So you have just said it. I don't know whether you knew this or no. Do you know this is one of the few bikes that doesn't have a brand name? Normally,
Yeah.
there is always
I noticed that.
a second name.
Second name,
right?
tagline.
A tagline. This is just Java.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the beauty
That's
of
enough.
it. That's enough. That puts a smile on your face. And when I told them to make this bike, to my designers, I said, when somebody sees this, the first reaction should be, what a beautiful bike.
Yeah.
The second reaction should be, what brand is this? And the third reaction should be, it has to be Java, right? If we can achieve this,
You succeed.
we succeed, right? So our engineers were told that this time the design will lead your thought process. Let them come
That
up.
happened.
And it happened. I hope so.
That's
What do
right.
you think? You have seen
Yeah.
many motorcycles. I hope you like it. So it looks like it happened.
Yeah.
So
It's
I
got
have to
some,
thank.
like few people say, old school look, classic look, but yet packed with all the modern technology.
Absolutely.
So what are the technology that you want all the Java lovers should know? What could be that?
So it's a 6-speed gearbox, which you don't get it in classic
Okay.
bikes. It's a liquid cooled engine, which has a very nice balance between power and torque. So you can ride the way you want to ride. You don't need to compromise on your riding capability just because it looks classic and gorgeously old. It doesn't mean that you have to compromise either on drivability or on torque or on power or on speed. So I would say, it's a balance. See, end of the day,
The perfect one.
yeah,
Perfect
I
one.
hope so. But we strived for that balance. So that's Java for you. An amalgam of gorgeous looks, great brand name, old school classic nostalgia, and absolutely cutting edge modern
Engineering.
technology and engineering. Yes. So that's Java for you.
So now that we have come to the end of the show, what would you like to say for those who are here in Nepal, the Java lovers especially, and all the bike enthusiasts?
I would first like to say thank you. You have a beautiful country and you are beautiful people. Please keep smiling the way you smile. I hope and thank you for accepting us. The response you have given us in 1 year, and that also in a pandemic year, I can't thank more to you guys. So heartfelt thanks. I am here to enjoy and experience your country in spirituality, in trekking, and I'm going to come more and more here for riding, and I hope you'll give me a chance to ride with yourself. So thank you very much. Thank you, Nepal. What a beautiful people and beautiful country once again. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for the wonderful conversation, and hope you have a beautiful memories when you go to upper places in Nepal.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Right. दर्शकवृन्द हामीसँग हुनुहुन्थ्यो co-founder of Classic Legends, the company that brought back the Java back to India and here in Nepal as well. So हामीसँग हुनुहुन्थ्यो Mr. Anupam Thareja, the co-founder of Classic Legends. We had a talk, we had a conversation about the Java itself. So next time म अर्को गेस्ट लिएर फेरि पनि आउनेछु. आजलाई भने बिदा दिनुहोस्. नमस्ते.